up. I am from Ohio, and I'm just stuck. And I just want to come. I'm going to bring you a video today, very easy, using the Friendly Foliage dies and stamp set. So it's gonna be really nice. But I'm going to show you a couple things with it. Excuse me. I yawn all the time anymore. I don't know what that is. I thought my cat just stole my dies. She was over here playing with my dies. But anyway, I just want to tell you that don't forget bonus days is going on. That is where you, every $50 you spend, you get a coupon for $5. That'll be sent to you in your email, and it will have a code that you can use to on further orders starting in the month of February, from February 3rd to the end of the month. My cat's back to get my dies. I think I'll hold them. And also, if you're a demonstrator watching this and you don't know, they say that in the it's Tuesday updates, but in the updates on our demonstrator site, there's a big surprise coming tomorrow. I have no idea what it is. I didn't watch the leaders meeting yesterday, and I should have done that so I'd have an idea, but I don't. And that's okay, because a lot of other people don't either. Um, if you don't have a demonstrator, though, I would love to be your demonstrator. Just let me know, and I would be more than happy to help you with orders. If you'd like to join Stampin' Up, I'd like to help you with that. Um, I do have, if you place a $50 order, I'll send you a project sheet that has a video for a project, and then there's 2 PDFs for 2 other projects. It is in a group that I am in collaboration with, and 3 of us each month will be doing something, and there's 7 of us all together, but we're lined out in threes, and so it'll be different each month. And we have our January going on, and so when you spend that, I will send you the sheet for all that. So the PDF has the link to the video and all of that stuff. Actually, my cat is over here. I'm sorry, but she is part of my Stampin' Up. She's always down here when I'm stamping. Sometimes she's a little feisty. Sometimes she just lays and sleeps. And today she wants to be feisty. So she's getting things out where I have it laid over here. Just extra little things, because she likes to knock them off the table. So besides all that, I just want to say that this weekend I am having um, experience a experience a blind date with a kid. I always think of how I have to say that. I've got I think there's about 11 people all together coming, and I think it's going to be a great time. We're going to have a game. We're going to, they get to pick their mystery kits and stuff like that, and then get to reveal them and open them and see what they would like. So anyway, or what they have to do, and then they need to put it together, and then they can swap cards if they want to at the end of that. So it's going to be fun. We're going to provide lunch, so it's going to be nice. So if you live close and even would like to go to that, I can still put your name down. And it is $30 to go to it. So, but you get a kit, you get prizes, you get lunch and all that. So it's fun. So anyway, you can let me know if you're local to Hamilton, Ohio, because that's where I'm from and that's where it'll be. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to turn my camera around. My cat left, thank the Lord, that she just decided that she didn't want to play here no more. And as I turn my camera down, if you would hit the share button, or the subscribe button, I mean, actually, hit the subscribe button and like my channel, I would really appreciate that. That helps me very, very, very much. So here's the PDF, and the PDF is on my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP. You can go and join it, and you can get the PDFs if you want those. It has a picture of the card and the directions. And here are the cards. This was my sample I made for this video. And then these 2 cards I made this morning on my Facebook Lives. So this is what we are going to be doing. I'm going to show how to cut that, and then I'm going to show, because I stamped and then just cut the center out, but I'm going to show you how to cut the whole die out also. So let me, while we're doing this, I am going to make sure that I have everything going good in my live video. So let's go to live. And put me up on here. Yay. I think it's scrolling. There I am. Okay, so here we go. We're going to move this to the side, and I'm going to do even different colors than what I did this morning. They're kind of bright. This one is especially. It's Granny, Apple Green, and Daffodil Delight. I don't usually do stuff this bright, but I thought it would be a challenge. And this is the inside. Same here. This is Summer Splash, which is an in color that'll be going out this year. And Pretty in Pink, and that should be going out also. And then I have white for the inside. Now the measurements I'm cutting this is, your card is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And both of these are 5 1/4 by 4. We just have one for the outside and one for the inside, okay? Our inks match our card bases that we'll be stamping on these colored sheets. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's fold our cards first, and that gets them halfway out of the way, because it cuts them down in half. So we're just going to match that up. Score on our score line. There's a wrinkle right there, like, and I'm going to press that out. So let's do the same with this one. We'll just fold that. I get this out of my stash, because when I'm making cards, if I'm only using one card base, then I have a place where I store my extra card bases, so that when I need one, I can just go to that instead of keep cutting another one. Same with these. I have where I cut into 5 1/4 by 4s when I have leftover paper, and file those, and then I have those, and that's where all of this came from. So let's take these two. We're going to stamp them. I'm also going to, I have an extra one here, and I'm going to stamp that while I'm stamping, because I want to show you how to cut that piece. So I'm going to lay that there. First, we're going to stamp Granny Apple Green on the yellow, and I hope it works. I haven't done it, you know, but I think it's got enough contrast that it's going to show good. With this stamp, I like to turn it upside down to ink it. You don't make as much of a mess. And I want it inked really good. And pick it up with my, whoops. And then I'm going to bring this over here. And I'm going to lay that down. And I'm going to stamp. And I have this, I call it my Joni tool, because my friend Joni, her husband, made these. And I just press really hard with this on the stamp. If you have a Stamparatus or a Misty or something, you can use that too. So there is our, what that'll look like on there when we're done. I'm going to go ahead, and I think this one looks really cheery. So I thought about doing a happy birthday, and I forgot to get one out. So let's get a happy birthday. If I can find one really quick to do. It's not there. So let me see what I can find. Here we go. We'll use this one. I use this one all the time. It says birthday wishes. That's what I'm going to put on there. You can tell I use it all the time. Because it's... So let's ink that up. And that's going to go down at the bottom. There we go. We'll put birthday wishes there. That just looked like a birthday card to me. And sometimes when the card speaks to you, you just have to do what it says. And I use the Simply Said stamp set. And what we're using today is, whoops. Well, get away. What I'm using today is this little die right here, but I'm going to show you how to put this one and this one together to cut a stamped image. And I'll do that shortly. And whoops. And then this is the stamp set I'm using. This. And then I did the Get Well Soon and the Thinking of You on the other cards that you saw. But we did birthday wishes on that. So let's set that aside. Now with this one, we're going to come in and we're going to use the summer. Oh, before we do that, let's take our inside of our card for that. And we'll get all the green done at one time. And then I don't have to reopen it. We're going to take this little leaf right here. And I am just going to put it right there. I'm going to put a couple of them. I'm going to put it over here. And there we go. We just put some leaves on it, and that is that. So let me clean these up because we're going to be using them in the other color, and I don't think it'd be very good to use the green. Have the green on the stamps. To do that, I think we need to clean them. There we go. We got it off of the leaves. That's what was important. So we'll close that up. We're going to get out the Summer Splash. As soon as I can open it. And I'm going to go ahead and do my 3 leaves on the inside. And I think I'm going to put those right here. This is a pretty color. So that's our inside for that one. Now we're going to take the Summer Splash and the Pretty in Pink, and we're going to ink this up really well. Looks good. Let's move that out of the way for a second. Scoot this up. I'm just going to lay that right there. Take my little tool. You can use your fingers. Whoops, I moved my stamp. I'm going to turn that over. It had a shadow. I knew I moved it. Knew I shouldn't have done that. But you know what? That's why there's 2 sides to paper. As long as you don't glue it down first, you got 2 sides to work with. And did I just move it again? Oh my goodness. I'm not going to let go of it this time. Yep, that turned out good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink it again. I'm going to put it on here because I'm going to show you how to cut out 2 of them, or the 2 dies at one time, instead of having to put it in there once and then I put it in again. Whoa, 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 whoa. My finger hit my glue gun. So let's put this right here. And there we go. That's a pretty color. I like that color. Cleaning my stamp. I usually try to get that done as I'm stamping. Here comes Mischievous down the steps, so. What happened? I did that, not you. I did that. You did it. We're good. Okay. I just knocked over the... Oh, we wouldn't need to put a saying on here. Oh, nope, I'm not going to make that into a card. Never mind. Just going to cut that out for you. We're going to do some die cutting now. We've got our cards basically done for what we need. We're going to do die cutting real quick because I'm going to show you this, how easy it is. I hope a lot of you have this set. And I want to raise this because I'm going to bring the big die cutter in, so it won't be all in your face, or as much in your face. It'd still be in your face. Okay, I'm going to roll this out. Get that piece of paper off of there. You never want to leave little bits like that because it actually can indent your card. So I'm going to put this up here and I'm going to bring the middle in, which is this. I lost my piece of tape. I bet my cat took it. And I'm going to lay this in here right like that. And I'm going to get a piece of I like Post-it note tape. So let me get that real quick because the other one has probably gotten so old that it's not sticking. And this is my Post-it note tape. I got it off Amazon, and this is just like it's 1/3 inch it says. But I like it because it's not as sticky as washi tape. And I don't like it to be real sticky because sometimes that'll peel off a layer in your card. So there we go. We have that on there. And oh, good, it didn't stick. We're just going to run this through. And I just run it back through because I'm on this side of it and it's just easier. So, I'll take that off. And then I'll poke out these extra little holes that's in here. That didn't come out. I'll poke those out. So, there is the image that we get. Now this, you have to poke out. It's got a lot of little stuff in it, and I'm going to hold it over my little trash can and get most of it out because I don't like a lot of that stuck in there to cut something else. It sometimes won't cut as well. Trying to see what all I have in here to poke out. Because it does stick, that's for sure. Okay, I think I'm all poked out. Yeah, so let's do the pink one. Since we're making 2 cards. So I'm just going to lay this back on here like I did the first time, and it's just lining up with my leaves on here. There we go. Hold that on. Yeah, that big click, because I don't have it laying on there at a diagonal. And here again, I'm going to get my big pieces out. And that one, all but two, has come out of there. So there we go. Put those out, and then let me put this out, and I'm going to show you how to cut that last stamped image that I did. We're going to cut it out using the two dies, and it will come completely out. It'll be a cutout. So I love this set. I love leaves anyway. Leaves and flowers are my thing. So I'm poking out these big pieces, and I wish they would come out, but have to poke them. Anywhere I see pink in these little holes, I need to poke. Let's see if I get them all. Oh, there's two in here. There's one. And then here's one. And I think I have them all. Okay, all of those are poked. Now what we're going to do with this last one, I'm going to take this and this. I'm going to put this on first. This is the outline. This is what will cut out the whole image. So you want to line that up with these outer leaves and stick that down in a corner so it holds it while you bring this in. And we're going to line it up with our leaves like we did before. And then we're going to take and stick a piece of, I need to get this one, well, that one came up too. Deck on it. Stay down there a minute. I saw these one leaves were not all the way in the frame of the die. So I needed to move that. So now I'm going to put a piece of washi tape on both of them and cut them out. So it goes like this. Let me put that up a little bit. There we go. Whoops. There we don't go. I don't like the looks of this one. I need to push it up a little bit. I think my washi tape is giving out. There, now let's go. When you don't like something, you gotta move it. For my tape. So there you have a cutout. And you could actually put it back in this space if you wanted to. But I would probably put some dimensionals on there, and if I wanted to use that space as a shadow, I could, and just pop that up, which is really a good thing to do. So let's take these and put them together real quick and put some embellishments on it, and we are done. So I'm going to glue the insides first. So let's just do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put dimensionals on those two and pop them up on the front of the card. It gives them some dimension against the dark color, your card base. And then we're going to add some matching embellishments to each card. So let's turn these over. I did not stamp my saying on that, so let's do that real quick. I did not notice that real quick. I think I was trying to decide and then just didn't do it. I'm going to do the get well soon. Since there's so many people sick out in this world right now. I kind of rocked that a little bit because there wasn't any ink on it. And that way I know I get all of those words because they're finicky. Make sure you press good. So now we're going to turn them over. And we're going to use dimensionals. I have a brand new pack. And I use quite a bit because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm around the edges of this really good. And this down here, if you get it cut close, you need to make sure that that'll fit and not be seen, just barely. That was good though. Get my 4 corners. I want to hold that piece up. It doesn't have a lot of weight to hold itself up, so I want to hold it up like that. I'm going to do the same on this one. I'm going to just put us some dimensionals here, there, and everywhere. Let's see if I can get one on this one. I did. Seems like I'm using a lot, doesn't it? That's because I like for my cards to stand up when I mail them, and when this is weaker, then I have to make sure I have enough dots on them. So now I'm going to take off all the backings, and then we'll put it on the card. I know a lot of people don't use hardly any dimensionals, but when I'm making a card, I really want to make sure that it's going to stay nice when it runs through the mail. So I use my dimensionals. I think if my card's worth making and sending, then it's worth properly standing it up if that's what we want to do with the dimensionals. So let's put this on here. I'm not supposed to stick all the way down yet. So there's that one. Now we'll do this one. I usually only use 6 dots on a regular 5 1/4 by 4, but today I used a lot. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is do some dimensionals on there, and on this one I have, they're the 2024-2026 in color flat pearls. And I am going to use the Summer Splash on it. And there we go. We have that one. Now this one. I knew that was the end, but I just couldn't get it open. I have two different ones, and I can't decide what I want to put on this. I thought these might look really good because they're different, and they kind of shine those colors. See if I can get a hold of it. Doesn't want to go. There we go. I like those on it, or I have these. And the greeny apple green color is on here, and it is this color right here. I think I want these. I think that makes it shine. I hope you like those too. Because that's what I want to do with that. I think it would look very nice. These little things, they don't want to pop open all the time. There we go. So let's go ahead and use some of these. And I'm going to go right there. And there we go. There's our cards that we made. So I hope you liked them today. I thought they would be a little different. I love this stamp set, so I wanted to use that one other time. I just like to use my stamp sets and make sure they get used. So I try to use everything I buy, which is sometimes hard. It goes in and out faster than I can use it sometimes. But anyway, there we go. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will be back tomorrow with a pre-recorded video for What's Up Wednesday. And then I'll be back on Saturday with another pre-recorded video for my Simply Saturday cards. So you can see me at those. And you can go over to my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP. You can join it. You can get the PDFs of all the cards that you see me do. Or you can also go to Facebook to Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes, which is my business page. And I would like for you to follow that if you don't do that and you do Facebook. All right. Well, you guys have a great day. Be creative when you can. And if you live in a cold area like I do right now, I hope you stay warm and everyone stay healthy. Well, we will see you later. Bye.